Step 5 is to organise your support. You can get help to find and organise your support from someone you trust. Maybe a member of your family or a friend or a broker who you can pay. You can use some of your support money to pay for this help. You can even spend money on things that you need to make your life better, like an adaptation to your house or a piece of equipment.
When I first got the budget in November, I had more PA hours. Now I've got less PA hours. And in the future, because I'm improving so much, it's going to be less. But at this current moment of time, I'm paying a PA for 20 hours a week.
We've been very fortunate because we have advertised, but also people who know Keith have actually approached us, who live in the community. And they've been very interested in working with Keith. And that's the situation at the moment, is someone who actually approached us.
I use support during the day to help me in work. I employ Bob. Bob will do the driving if we need to go and visit anybody in the home. He'll support me at the link centre to get to the link centre in Oldham if we've got meetings with anybody there, or if we're doing any workshops up at the link centre. Just about anything I need really to help me stay in work.
We had to do a lot of the support ourselves till we got the right staff. The organisation Wigan Link, which is the independent provider, we actually sit on interview panels, we look through application forms, so we recruit ourselves as much as possible really with the assistance of the provider.
Well, we actually have a rota, so we know a month in advance what the rota, so with a team of 5 of us we know a month ahead what we're going to do. So, but then we do have standbys if anyone's ever ill or on annual leave.
The interview was put through the paper. My daughter did a lot of the interviewing. She's more used to that sort of thing than we are. Then the last one, was Lisa. And she said, I'm used to looking after my granny. Ah, that's it.
We wanted someone to come in the morning and dress Beryl and bath her, but we didn't expect it every day. But Lisa comes in and she said, it's just quick for me to bath you every day as it is to just wash you.
Beryl at the end of the day is my employer. We have all the usual things with employers. I have to fill out my timesheets every month. We've had to go through all the regulations for safety and so on, and to make sure that my job is secure and I'm secure with what I'm doing with Beryl and I understand all the situations.
I only use my individual budget really to pay my PA, because my PA can do lots of things. She does lots of things now that she wasn't able to do before.
I can choose who supports me and that. If I don't like the sound of somebody, I don't have to have them.
Kate actually employs me now herself.
I met her through a course I did at the resource centre. I think I've known her slightly for years, but from living round here. We had a word with her in the post office and that, and she won't mind being my support worker. She applied for the job.
Well, he advertised in the job centre just for a driver. And I phoned him up, but he already offered the job to someone else. But after a couple of weeks, the other bloke didn't fancy it. So Bob asked me to come round my house and asked me to, if I'll give it a go. So I done it. He said, give it a go for a few days, and if you can do it, then you can have the job. And I've been here ever since. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I've seen some things. I've been places I've never thought I'd ever go before, like even in this country. I've been abroad, I've driven abroad with him, and it's been really good.
Mrs Holgate was very clear that she wanted to stay at home. She didn't want to move into any sort of care home or anything, and her family were very willing to support her in that. One of her relatives, a granddaughter, was herself a trained care worker and was willing and able to work for her grandmother and provide the sort of bulk of the support, which she wouldn't have been able to do on an informal basis, because obviously she relied on an income. She needed an income herself.
I just thought, I'd rather do it myself than to have somebody else come in that she doesn't know a stranger to come in. Done all my training, my first aid, everything like that. But I'm on call 24 hours a day, so if Nan ever needs me, she's just got to ring me on my mobile. If I have a day off, then one of the other family, my sister will come down, or my mum will come down. There's somebody else to come down if I need a day off or I get really tired.
How do we know we've got the right staff? Once we've gone through a bit of a screening process with them, we'll get them to be introduced to Joe, and he makes some decisions about whether he likes folk or he doesn't. And eventually we come to a place that yes, they may want to take the job, and they're always working on a 2-to-1 basis with him. And then we get into a routine where we have a rota and they work that rota, and every staff member's responsibility, if they can't work that shift for one reason or another, they have a responsibility to swap with other members of the team.